Hey guys, quick update. Took the cylinder head off on the side here that only had 15 psi of compression. I was looking at the head gasket here. I know I got to replace them, but nothing really jumped out too much to me. Now there's some burn. It looks like some marks here. I don't know if that was the head gasket leaking, that the compression was coming out of the head gasket here or not. You can see there's some up here in the corner. I don't know if that's what that is or if that's just something that's on the aluminum itself. That kind of looks a little black here though, right here. So maybe that was leaking right here a little bit. So I am going to put a head gasket on this side, and you can see I was able to get the head off by removing the thing, the shroud, the way I figured I could. Just move everything back. I had enough room to move this back here to get the intake bolts out. They're a little tough to get to, but there is enough room. So that's that. But the other thing I wanted to show you was I have the head sitting here, and I put gasoline in the combustion chamber area to see if I would get anything leaking and coming out one of the ports. And not quite sure how well you're going to be able to see, but I did have fluid coming out the intake port here, and it was ever so slightly damp in the exhaust port, but that could have been just from trying to run it earlier. So the fact that we had a lot of backfiring and smoke and stuff coming up through the carburetor, I'm going to suspect that this intake valve is either slightly bent or just needs to be reseated. I'm going to take the valves out eventually here and look and see if I can tell if they're bent slightly or not. Other than that, everything else looked okay. I'm not quite sure what the clearances should be on this. There's no way to adjust these clearances other than to grind, I think, the top of the valve a little bit. So I have to look that up. So I'm going to look for head gaskets for both sides, and that's a definite. And then I got to check out the valves here, see if they're bent. Maybe I'll try lapping them first and seeing how that comes out before I go and order any valves. I think the head itself is fine. I think it's just the valves are either slightly tweaked or they just need to be lapped. But I mean, everything else seemed to be okay. I just wish I would have got on video last night or the night before when it was of it running a little bit with it being in the tractor. Just wasn't enough though to see whether or not, you know, the transmission was any good or the power steering or anything like that. So that's okay. I don't mind tinkering around with this stuff. It's a learning experience for me. This is something that I've never done, so I guess that'll do it, guys. I'll keep you updated with this, so see you later.